Anyone tell me who is on this shirt? Yep. Julius Caesar, yes, okay. This phrase in Latin here, Vini, Vidi, Vici. Does anyone know what this means? The famous phrase of his? Yes.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
I came, I saw, I conquered. Yes. Very true. And we just finished reading this play. You'll understand that's kind of what it's about. All of these people died because of 20 men's large egos that need to conquer other people. But this shirt is important to me. This shirt changed my perspective on myself and on life. This shirt was given me by a former student named John Chung. And I can remember when I was young, I was talking to my mentor, Pat Williams, the vice president of Orlando Magic, God rest his soul. He told me something that I listened to, but I didn't comprehend until John gave me this shirt. He said, Steve, every day of your life, people are taking notes. The problem is you don't know whom, and often they don't know they're doing it yet. Every day of your life, people are taking notes, you don't know whom, and they don't know they're doing it yet. And then he said, if you want to be a really great leader or teacher, you have to be a storyteller. People don't remember PowerPoints or worksheets or quizzes. They remember stories you tell and the lesson embedded in it. And so one day I'm in my second year as a teacher, and John's a senior. I had him when I was a substitute teacher. When he was a sophomore, he walks into my classroom, and he's wearing this exact shirt. But I never washed it, but it's still in here, some Johnness on it. I said, John, where'd you get that shirt from? I love it so much. It's Julius Caesar on it. I can use it for my unit. We're studying Caesar right now. And without thinking, John takes off his shirt in the middle of a class. And he was a football guy. So the class going crazy. I'm like, John, what are you doing? Put your shirt back on. And he says, oh, I'm just doing what you taught me. I said, when did I teach you to strip in front of a live audience? I don't ever remember that lesson. He goes, remember that one day when I had you, told that story when you were in the grocery store and you took your shirt off? I said, what? And they told me the story verbatim. And I remembered it. You see, when I was like, I don't know, in my early 20s, I think, I was at Albertsons on Brookhurst and Ellis, where I used to be a bagger when I was a senior in high school. And I was wearing this shirt that made by Obey. And this was just when the reselling thing was starting to become hyped up. And it was just pretty much eBay at that point. And I bought it off the shelf for like 25 bucks. It had this pop culture figure on it, made it look all cool. And then it just blew up. Everyone tried to get it. It was reselling eBay for, I don't know what it was, like 100, 200 bucks. I can't remember. Some crazy amount back then. And there was this elderly woman, maybe in her 80s, who was checking out right in front of me at the grocery store. And she looked at me up and down. I was like, wait, what you looking at? And she goes, that's the shirt. My grandson's been asking for that shirt. Where did you buy it from? I want to get it. I want to be grandma of the year. Give it to my grandson. And I don't know. I just said to her, I'm sorry, ma'am, but they don't make them anymore. They're sold out. I saw some on eBay for like $100. And I remember till this day, I was looking at her face like, oh my gosh. She probably grew up in the Great Depression. It's just like disgust that a cotton t-shirt would be selling for $100. And that's what's like. I don't know if I saw in her face both my grandmas who had passed away at this point. I like that shirt. I won that shirt. I could have made money off that shirt, but I took it off right there in the store and I gave it to her and said, "Go be grandma of the year." And I still remember her face saying, just like I remember her lip like quivering of just joy and shock. And unbeknownst to me, the two people who were waiting in the line behind me were watching this and listening. They all started clapping, like literally clapping. And the guy at the cash register next to me was watching, and he started clapping. And I always say that every human deserves to have a real round of applause once in their life. First time anyone ever clapped for me before. And then the cashier who knew me when I used to work there, she's smart, goes, oh, Steve, that's how it works. I like your pants. I'm like, chill, lady. I'm not taking my pants off, right? But I kind of went about my day. I never thought of it again. Felt good. I remember reading in college in the sociology class. Sociology is the scientific study of social human interactions. That the serotonin in our brain, that's that chemical makes us feel good. It increases when we give actions of kindness, which they expected to see. It increases when we receive actions of kindness. But what startled these scientists is that the observers of actions of kindness, their serotonin level rises as well. And that's why they were clapped. So when you watch those movies, they call them feel-good movies for a reason. They make you feel good. It's not just good philosophy to do good. It's physiology. And so I told them that story. And then I had them write a journal. What's the most generous act you've ever done? And then I challenged them on the term of generosity. See, a lot of us think we're givers, but we're not. We go into our cupboards and we look in the back and we take the expired cans of soup and beans we're never going to eat and give it to the church and think, man, I'm good. We go to our closets and look at the back, find the clothes we haven't worn in 5 years, and give it to the homeless shelter and think, I'm good. And those might help some people, but you didn't give, you discarded. Giving means it's something you still want and it has value. And if it's something you haven't used or don't want to use anymore, you're discarding. You're not giving. You're not generous. I still wanted that shirt. I could have made money off that shirt. But I gave. And what I didn't know in that moment, it wouldn't just be those 3 people clapping. There was a young kid at a playground named John Chung who was waiting for me. A story I told once and I forgot about it until John told me about it. I've been telling this story every year since. In fact, just last year, I got a DM from a former student saying, hey, Schultz, I literally just gave my shirt away to someone today because that's the story you used to tell. That guy wasn't even born when I did that act in the grocery store. Pat Williams was right. Every day in your life, people are watching. No. And taking notes. People remember stories and the lessons embedded in it. My question for you, what's going to be on people's notepads after watching you? What are they going to write down? Is it going to be about your goodness? Or is it going to be about your greed? Like that teeter-totter, how can you lower your ego and elevate others up in love? Without expecting, I didn't expect that grandma to do anything for me. But John Chung bumped me back and it feels good. And it's affecting people again and again and again. I did not know that one gift in the grocery store would multiply for years to come. And I want every one of you to know that your life is huge. It matters in the biggest ways. Stop playing small. You don't need to be famous or have followers. You can impact right now. And your everyday, mundane decisions. Like one of my favorite novels, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, says there are no ordinary moments. Just this morning, I had one of our snake lesson we did the other day. I had 2 snakes in here. One of my kids goes, hey Schultz, where'd you get the snakes from? I want to go buy one. Oh, you can buy them at Target, at Marshall's. And I said, actually I have 2, you just have one. I can have them? I'm like, yeah. Why did I do that? I just who I am. And I think this idea that Pat Williams talked about, people are taking notes. I remember when I was young, now, 2 key moments in my life. One, I watched my dad be yelled at by another man on my driveway. I was in elementary school. We had a garage sale. It wasn't our family garage sale. It was the Fountain Valley girls basketball garage sale. When my sister played basketball before. My dad was on the booster club. So was this man. They were selling stuff to make money for the girls basketball team. And I guess what had happened was my dad gave away these old girls basketball warm-ups at a low price to this poor man. And this other man was berating my father for not charging more. I remember my dad's, I was startled, is it gonna hurt my dad? Did my dad do something wrong? Why is my dad being yelled at? My dad was my idol, my hero. And my dad to this man, you don't take advantage of poor people. And I didn't know I was taking notes then. I can remember coming home a lot, and all of a sudden things would be gone in the house. The couch, the rocking chair, my Legos, which I'm still mad about. My mom gave away my Legos. Like, Mom, where's it? And someone at my mom was an elementary school teacher. The janitor needed it. My teacher A needed it. This kid needed it. I'm like, you sold it to them? But no, I just gave it to him. And my 2 great heroes, John Wooden and Mr. Fred Rogers, they're both givers too. So I guess you put it all together and I became a giver. When love is who you are, love is what you do. So I want you to figure out, who are you? And what you're going to do. Not that stupid question, what are you going to do in life, like your job title. Who are you going to be? And what are you going to do from that? And how is that impact going to multiply for generations? It helps the 80-year-old, it helps the kid in the playground, it helps the kid not even born yet, who's waiting for you. But needs to know that you did it first, know that they can do it too. And what we're going to do right now, instead of I came, I saw, I conquered, you're going to create your own 3 I statements. If you were on a t-shirt, your face on a t-shirt, what would be your 3 I's? Mine is, I led, I loved, I elevated. I led, I loved, I elevated. What will be the 3 I statements that are going to define your life? Let's go write that right now, please.